Dillon Danis is a buffoon. Now, with Dillon Danis pulling out of the KSI fight, which, big shock, right? We're going to be looking back on the career, or lack thereof, of Dillon Danis. Dillon Danis was born in New Jersey and started his combat sports career when he wrestled his freshman year of high school. At the age of 15, he started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu after getting into a fight at school. And at the age of 17, he joined Marcelo Garcia's gym and became a black belt at 19. And then Dillon became a little more active on Twitter, which would become a trend for him. So Marcelo Garcia ultimately distanced himself and pretty much banned him from his gym. In 2018, he made his MMA debut against Kyle Walker at Bellator 198, and he won via toe hold in the first round. Later that year at UFC 229, he was in McGregor's corner when he went up against Khabib, and after Khabib won, he began heckling and provoking Khabib, which isn't a very good idea. So Khabib jumped out of the ring and started an all-out brawl between two corners. The last time Dillon has fought was in 2019 against Max Humphreys at Bellator 222, and he won by armbar in the first round. Now let's fast forward to 2021, where Dillon Danis was detained by a bouncer outside of a nightclub, and the video of him being put in the sleeper hold went around the internet, and he was clowned by pretty much everybody in the combat sports scene. At UFC 268, he got into a fight with Ali Abdelaziz, and he was reportedly slapped in the face by him, thrown out of the arena, and then banned from all future UFC events. Now let's fast forward to 2022 at the Misfits X Series 3 event. During the weigh-in, KSI was kind of just promoting the fights, and then Dillon Danis made his way into the spot where they were recording the weigh-ins. And him and KSI get to chirping. Dillon says, "Oh, I'm going to choke you out right here." KSI says, "I'm not going to choke you out, I'm going to knock you out." And he had this giant cup of black coffee, and it didn't even look like he had taken a sip out of it, so we kind of knew where this was going. He takes the coffee, chucks it at KSI's face, some of it hits Wade, and it kind of starts a shit show in the arena. But the shit show did not end there. After Dillon and his guys left the arena, Anthony Taylor came up to Dillon, and apparently he didn't like that he threw coffee at KSI's head, so they kind of start brawling a little bit. Him and his people and him and his people start brawling, and Dillon gets rocked by Anthony Taylor right on the chin, and he stumbles into a truck, and if that truck wasn't there, he probably stumbles and hits his head on the concrete. But eventually that situation died down, and then we actually get to the Misfits 3 event. Before the main ring walk, KSI announces that he's actually fighting Dillon Danis. So Dillon comes out, walks into the ring, and they have a little face-to-face. KSI is basically saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna knock you out. I'm KSI, the Nightmare." And Dillon, he's honestly saying gibberish. I don't think I can take one word he said. I think he said "yeah" like 4 times, but that's about it. Now, the first issue that arose from this event was at the first press conference when Dillon didn't show up, and it was just a dead atmosphere because KSI was just answering questions by himself. It just didn't really, it wasn't a good look for Dillon. It wasn't a good look for the event. And that's kind of when we all kind of realized he was probably not going to show up for the main event. So then he goes on Chael's show, and he says that this fight isn't going to happen because Mams Taylor and Misfits are adding weird things to the contract. Those are his exact words. And what he was talking about was a rehydration clause that where he could only rehydrate to a certain limit. And he didn't agree with that. But he lied in saying that they were adding these things recently when that was in the contract when he first signed it, and he still looked at it with his team and decided to sign it. And because of the backlash from Dillon's team, the clause was eventually removed. Then Dillon goes on Ariel Helwani's show, and he makes a fool of himself, and he looks like an idiot. But one thing to come out of it is we learn that Dillon doesn't have anybody in his corner. You know, he doesn't have a head coach. He's just going around different gyms, sparring people, and having his friends hold pads for him. And that was the point that I knew that he's in no way going to be prepared for fight night. So I kind of knew then he's going to pull out. So then I think it comes out Wednesday that Dillon is pulling out. He officially pulls out, and yeah, whoa, big surprise. But there's a big problem there because Dillon was trying to find a way out from the beginning, and Misfits should have saw that. I mean, with the press conference and then the rehydration clause, he was just trying to find a way he can get out of this fight. And when he didn't find it, he decided it's time to give up the act and give up. Pull out. I'm going to end the video on this quote by KSI because I think it fully encapsulates the situation. This answers the question whether he's a fighter or not. He's a warrior, all right, a keyboard warrior. And hopefully he's learned to lead the real men to speak with their actions rather than hollow words. Thank you guys for watching the video, and to end it off, I just want to share some of my goals for 2023 in regards to the channel. The number one goal and my main goal right now is to reach monetization on the channel. And that starts with getting 1,000 subscribers on the channel and getting 4,000 minutes of watch time. So if you guys could, share this video and subscribe, tell all your friends to subscribe, tell your mother to subscribe, tell your dad to subscribe, so we can get monetization by the end of the year. And it's not even for the money, I'm fine money-wise, but I want a goal that I can work towards and that can motivate me to make these videos. And I did kind of take a little long to make this video, but with the holidays around, you can understand why. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and see you.